Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a pet update, so let's just get into it. I guess we'll start with Cici because she was meowing at my door. She's doing very well. She's purring right now, but she'll probably want to go off my lap in a minute. See, she's getting a little wiggly, and there she goes. So she'll just be exploring in the background, but I will get some cute clips of her to insert here. Again, she's doing very well. She's almost a year old, which is crazy to think about. I can't believe that she's getting so big. She's gonna be massive. Siberian cats do get pretty big, so she's gonna be a huge ball of fluff when she gets to be a year old. It's been amazing seeing her grow and be so happy, and she's a very, very happy kitten. So moving on to Max, which is our hairless cat. He has been doing pretty well. If you didn't know, he did actually attack me in July. He really attacked me. He ripped my legs out pretty bad and it sent me to urgent care. So that whole thing was not a fun experience, but again, that was back in July. I'm better now. I'm completely okay. Max is okay. But we still don't really know why he did it and why he just decided to go crazy, and it was a whole thing. But after a few vet trips, he got on some anxiety medication and he's been doing pretty well. He hasn't attacked anyone since then. It was just a really complicated thing to figure out. He's been happy lately. We know how to take care of him to prevent those kinds of things from happening now. So he's good now. Moving on to the dogs. If you didn't know, I have 3 dogs. They're not really mine. Lucy is pretty much mine. She sleeps in my room, but she's also obsessed with my dad. So my dad takes care of her a lot. But the other 2 dogs are not mine at all. I feed them sometimes and I help take care of them. And I love hanging out with them and doing little things with them. But I don't fully take care of them. They don't sleep in my room. Georgia just sleeps in her crate because she loves it. It's like her little den. Love them all. They're our little pack of dogs. So Maggie is our oldest. She's a poodle mix. I forget what exactly she is. She's basically just a mutt. She was rehomed to us back in... She's 6 years old now, I think, which is crazy. And she's been doing really well. She's such a good dog. She's so calm. She never really causes any trouble. She just loves to love on people and she loves everyone, and she's very happy-go-lucky. She's such a good dog. So not really much has happened with her. And Georgia just turned 5, I think, in September. She's been doing pretty well too. I mean, nothing much has really happened with her either. So yeah, nothing major has really happened with any of the dogs. They're all just doing really well. Lucy's doing really well. She turned 3 in December, and she is kind of crazy, but when she's not being super crazy, she's a pretty good dog. She loves to cuddle with me, and again, she sleeps with me. She sleeps in my bed most of the time, so I really love her, and she's very photogenic. She's very cute. She was rehomed to us back in 2020, I remember. I think we got her October of 2020. So yeah, all 3 dogs were rehomes and we've had them for a while. Again, they're just all doing well. Next, let's talk about the piggies. Piggies are doing very well too. As you probably know, Snickers passed away last November, which was really hard for me. It was very unexpected. After that, I took some time to kind of figure things out. Obviously, Domino needed another friend because when Snickers passed away, they were only 4 years old, and Domino is a very healthy piggy. Knock on wood, he's been super healthy. Really hope he's gonna live a lot longer. So I just couldn't leave him alone for years, and I know he wanted a friend so bad. He does so well with friends. So then we bonded him to Toffee, as you also probably saw if you watched that little video of adopting Toffee. He has just been the best piggy. He's so spunky and cute and fun and adorable. Toffee is so outgoing and bubbly, and he really helped Domino after Snickers passed. I was so happy to have Toffee, and he's just been the greatest thing ever. I love him so much. I love both my piggies so much. They're the best boys and they deserve the whole world. They absolutely love veggies, obviously, they're guinea pigs, and they just love to eat and sleep, and they've been doing super well. So that's it for them. Let's move on to the hamsters. If you've been on my channel like at all recently, you probably know I have 2 hamsters, my Syrian Petunia and my robo Ariel. So let's talk about them one at a time. We'll start with Petunia. Petunia has been doing really well. Nothing crazy has happened with her. She's just living her best life. I just have to keep things like fresh and new for her in her enclosure. I always have to switch out toys and have things in there for her to be doing because she gets bored really easily. If you don't know, female Syrians are notorious for being really hard to please, and Petunia is no exception. If I don't give her enough love and attention on any particular day, she will lose it and just go on a rampage and destroy like everything in her enclosure. It's kind of funny, but she is a diva, so she needs to have a certain amount of attention every day, and I don't ever force her to come out for handling. She comes out when she wants, and she gets handled for however long she wants. She decides she's the queen. If I don't handle her as much as she wants, again, she gets very upset. But other than her being an absolute diva, which is a little annoying at times when she does unnecessary things, like just puts food on her wheel and runs on top of it and makes really loud noises so I can't sleep, she's been doing really well. I really do love her. I love her so much, and she loves coming out and being handled and running around in playpens, and she's the best. Moving on to Ariel, which is my robo hamster. She is doing very well as well. I mean, there's again nothing to really update about her. We got her the same day we got Petunia, and I have that story on my channel too, and she's just been a happy little robo girl. So if you didn't know, robo hamsters are not very handleable at all. Some of them will let you handle them, but Ariel is one that just doesn't really want to be handled, and I'm completely okay with that. I'm working on kind of taming her, but I am completely okay if she never wants to be tamed. I didn't get a robo hamster to hold and cuddle. I got her because I love her and she's adorable and she's amazing and I love caring for her. So again, she's doing great. She's just been running around in her little Ariel under the sea enclosure, which I am absolutely obsessed with. I love it, I love her, and she's doing really great. Now moving on to my 2 geckos, I have a leopard gecko named Yoshi and a gargoyle gecko named Sirius. I don't really post about them a lot, so if you're new-ish here, you might not even know about them, but a lot of my videos I have Yoshi's cage in the background. So this is her 40-gallon Exoterra, and she's a very happy girl in there. She is a bold stripe, I think, leopard gecko. I don't know a whole lot about like leopard gecko morphs and leopard gecko genetics and stuff, but I believe she's some sort of bold stripe. She might have some lavender in her. Honestly, her tail looks really lavender in some lighting, so I think she might have a little bit of lavender in her. Again, don't know a lot about leopard gecko morphs, so who am I to say anything about that, but I do know she's some sort of bold stripe just based on her pattern, and she is a big healthy girl. She's got that classic big leopard gecko tail, and she has a very happy life in her little tank. I am absolutely obsessed with her enclosure setup. The background we worked on for a really long time. I worked on it with my sister and my dad, and we made it a whole project, and it was actually so fun. I really want to do more of those in the future. When I get more reptiles, I would love to have all my tanks have those custom backgrounds because they look so nice and it just adds so many natural elements to the enclosure. But Sirius doesn't have one of those because I have a bunch of hanging plants in his enclosure that you have to suction. So if I made a cool background like that, I wouldn't be able to put the plants in unless I got like different plants or did a bioactive, which I actually would love to do a bioactive for Sirius in the future, but I'm just not ready for that yet. I am struggling a little bit with my own houseplants, so I really don't want to get into terrarium plants and have to keep those alive. Hopefully someday I'll get more into the bioactive thing and transform Sirius's enclosure. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, I got kind of off track there. Yoshi has been doing really well, and Sirius is doing really well too. There's not really much to talk about with them. They just kind of chill and live their best little gecko lives. Yoshi wasn't mine at first. She actually was my sister's for a while, but she kind of lost interest in her, And I kind of knew that was gonna happen. So I have been fully taking care of Yoshi for a while now. It's been almost a year since she's moved into my room. And again, she's doing really well. There's nothing to really talk about. Sirius was mine to begin with. I got him, I think it was June of 2020. My two little geckos, they're doing very well. And this brings us to the last category of animals, which is the fish. I haven't talked about fish on this channel in a really long time. I got Cosmo in April. Yeah, this is my betta fish, Cosmo, if you didn't already know. But basically, I got Cosmo and put him in this nice 20-gallon tank. I had to have a fresh start after the fish disaster that I experienced a little while ago. I did make a video about that, so if you want to know everything that happened, you can go check that out. After that, I just really felt lost about what to do with fish, and I just decided to go out and rescue a betta fish from my local pet store. He was kept in this tiny horrible cup like all the pet store betta fish. I knew that with a little time in a big tank, he was gonna look so much better, and boy, he did. He looks amazing now compared to what he looked like in April. It's crazy how much their colors change from being in that sad little dirty cup to being in nice filtered water. It really does a lot for a betta fish, and I just love watching him thrive and having so much fun in his tank. He has so much space now. He loves exploring around, and I have a lot of fake plants in there that he loves, and that little betta leaf, and a bunch of little hides and swim through things, so he's a very happy fishy. And then over Thanksgiving break, I got 4 little Harlequin rasboras, which are these little beautiful orange fish that have kind of like a triangle shape across their body. It looks really cool, and they're kind of like pinkish, orangish, I guess. Depends on the lighting that you see them in, but they're very, very cool looking fish. And they do need to be kept in little groups so that they can swim around together. They're social fish. So I got 4 of them from my local fish store. They were very healthy when I got them because I got them from the local fish store. It's crazy how much different it is at a fish store who actually really cares about their fish. It was crazy how clean and amazing all the tanks looked. It really just made me happy to see all these animals healthy and happy and thriving in the first place, so I didn't have to rehab them in any way. I did put them in a quarantine tank just to make sure they were all good, but they did so good. None of them were sick at all. They're all doing really, really well, and they love the 20-gallon tank. I love watching them swim around, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this chill little pet updates video. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye!